wheels, mate. That doesn't make it a tricycle.
No, you don't. Carve out fucking 3 wheels.
It's bicycle training wheels, dickhead.
Now he's trying to catch up. He's trying to speed it up. It's uphill now.
Why did you choose that insult? Why do you call people worms? And it's very, very clear to me, at least, why I call people worms. Worm is a pointless creature. The only reason a worm exists is so that bigger, more important animals can eat something. They don't do anything. They can't see. They sit in the dirt and they just move around in the dirt and they try and hide a little bit and then a bird eats them. And most people live their lives as worms. Most of you are worms. You don't do anything important. You're just living in your shit life, living your little dirt, just sitting there wriggling, hoping an eagle doesn't come along to fuck you up. And if an eagle did come along, you couldn't even defend yourself. A worm has no claws. It hasn't even got, like a skunk can spray smelly piss or something. A worm has zero defensive mechanism. A worm is absolutely and utterly useless. I've never heard of a story of valor that involves a worm. People use animals as insults. They'll say you're a bitch, which is a female dog. I don't think a female dog's that insulting to be. I know female dogs. You can have a female police dog that will charge at bullets, or you can have a fire dog that'll run in a burning building. What's so wrong about being a female dog? A dog can do something. Being a female worm would be much worse. Are there even female worms? Are worms so shit that they don't even have genders? I'm about to do research in the middle of a Tate speech for the first time in my life. Earthworms are hermaphrodites. This is what I mean. They don't have genders. If you're a worm, you're not even a man or a woman. You're just a worm. If I were to come and knock on your door and say, I've decided I have a sexual attraction to twos, so I'm taking your girlfriend, you could do very little about it because you're a worm. Ice in your face, it's freezing cold. And then when we were practicing on the harness, when you pull the harness, you just get the biggest wedgie in history. And then you float in the cold for like 10 minutes, shivering. What's fun about that? Fucking cold. I don't like cold. I don't like. I wouldn't jump in a lake that's -5. Fuck, I would jump out of a plane that's -5. It's fucking cold. And then I looked around the skydiving room. So I always thought people who jumped out of planes were like badass. Like I imagined the skydiving school would be full of like military types or dudes like me, you know, like supreme specimens of man. But it was actually full of fucking geeks. 20 full-grown men sit around a TV screen looking at videos of their last jump. They were doing patterns, discussing patterns. 20 full-grown men look at a TV screen. Hey man, bro, yeah, bro, when you held his hand, you need to do the inverse flip, and then all of them running and getting on skateboards. And pretending they're doing their geeks, bruv. I was like, what the fuck is this? Here we go. Something terrible's happened. I was at dinner. I sat at a table with a full-grown man at dinner. Full-grown man. He looked normal, looked like a normal dude. And we're going through the menu. What do we want to eat? What do we want to eat? Steak, veal, going through the menu. And he sits there and he says, I think I'll try the sushi.
Sushi? You're a sushi eater.
There's no power in sushi.
Sushi's literally, what? Your chopsticks? Oh, chop. Yeah.
Look at this power. This comes from the food I eat. You're telling me you're going to get power from sushi? A little piece of floppy fish, some rice in a circle. Raw fish.
Yeah, I like it.
What do you mean? He doesn't understand. It's about fried chicken, man.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What kind of full-grown adult deliberately, not on accident, deliberately eats sushi? I caught my brother ordering sushi to the house.
Salmonella.
Listen, we're jet masters, and I demanded fried chicken.
Yes.
Here you are with fucking the weakest food. Do you know who eats sushi? Little fucking soy boys. Little fucking Democrats. Oh, actually, I'd like a sushi meal.
They do.
Can I go out for sushi? Then I go out for fried fucking chicken. What the fuck is wrong with people? There's no power in sushi. And I'm at the guy's house. I've actually known him for a long time. I've known him since school. And we're sitting there chilling. And I was there for about 6 hours. And he's like, yeah, it'd be nice one day. Anyway, I'm hungry. You want something to eat? I was like, nah, I'm fine, bro. So he gets his ass up. He's a full-grown man. And he starts to cook himself something to eat. And everybody knows the age-old adage, time is what?
Money.
Money. That's right. Time is money. You're going to spend time preparing food. The last thing you should be doing with your time is cooking. I can't think of a lower ROI activity. Ooh, an onion. Let me get the onion. I'm going to start cooking. Fridge. Ooh, an onion and some lettuce. Now, knife. Cut my onion. Start to cut my onion. You're broke! You're fucking poor! Some child is outside enjoying their life, playing with toys and smiling in the sunshine and having fun. I hate happiness. I hate happy children. Anyway, you're all losers. We've discussed this before. I'm the king of the world. No. Only a cat-owning bitch would complain to the police about a fucking joke. Fine, you're upset you lost your cat. Fair enough, yeah, the joke may have been a little bit, risque. Who calls the police on a fucking joke? Cat owners. Cat owners are liberals. Cat owners believe in hate speech. Cat owners are Democrats. Cat owners are dickheads. You look like a bitch. No, I'm not like these fucking mask wearers. No, I walk into hell and the devil's like, oh, I'm gonna burn you. So you ain't gonna do shit. I find myself super funny. I find myself super funny. I've decided that GoldenEye, the movie GoldenEye, is my life story. I've decided it's basically completely accurate. Your life stories are Forrest Gump. Now, I know you're thinking, oh, Forrest Gump, that's not too bad a choice, actually, because I get to become a shrimp billionaire and do all these interesting things. But no, it's very interesting. If you watch Forrest Gump, I remember this specifically because the beginning scene is a feather. Forrest is the feather, and that life has blown him in all these strange directions. And he has no real control over the directions. He kind of just, he's lucky and unlucky. He's fortunate and misfortunate. And he just kind of, his life is just the result of being blown in all these random directions. And he doesn't actually have any influence over his life. If you look at GoldenEye, Bond makes things happen. That's who I am. I make shit happen. Forrest Gump is the story of a man who falls in love with some bitch who runs off to be a hoe. And then, once he's a shrimp billionaire, she comes back as a single mom with AIDS, and he fucks her and gets AIDS. That's the end. This is the unspoken ending of Forrest Gump. That bitch dies, and it's him and his son at the end at the bus. Oh, well, I'm going to put you on the bus, son. It's supposed to be a happy ending. Anyone with a brain is actually sitting there thinking, no, now Forrest is going to die. Now he has AIDS, and that's going to be an orphan kid. What a sad story. What a shit life. You finally become a shrimp billionaire, and because you couldn't resist that used up pussy from the drug addict, you're now got AIDS. You literally got AIDS. Not like it as in making it will give you AIDS. Like actually you got. If I was a Pokemon and you're walking through the forest with your wife and then a wild Top G appears and you're like, okay, you try and hit him with the insult attack. Yeah. Boom, attack fails. And then bang, wife steal, critical damage.
It's super effective.
Boom.
People always say to me,
so you hit 6 gallons a month.
this car, what about this? I was like, look, I bought it because it's pretty. I don't fucking know. I get a girlfriend because she's pretty. What's her birthday? Don't know. Don't care.
Boring. I done Tate, Savannah, Kelia, Mina, all in a week. Tour.
Because there's a 5-second delay, now I get to watch myself dance. That's sick. That was smooth. That was smooth. We don't even officially start for 2 minutes, and I'm already dancing, giving content, giving value to the audience.
This is not value.
This is value.
If you were in a strip club, no one would ever pay to watch you dance. Why don't you have a shirt on?
Little electric, my little plug. Ooh, let me get my little plug and plug it into my Tesla. Maybe I can get an erection one day. Is this the man you are?
Slap, slap, grab, choke, shut up, bitch, sex. A lot of people ask me, Andrew, why do you have a machete next to your bed? And my answer is simple. Why wouldn't I have a machete next to my bed? Why don't you have a machete next to your bed? Like, what if someone gets in the house, gets fresh? So yeah, someone knocks on my door in the middle of the night. I have to go answer the door, just instantly pick up my machete. And people are, yeah, but that's weird. It's really not weird. I think ahead, motherfucker. I have a machete next to my bed. In fact, there's at least one depending on the room, between 1 and 3 machetes hidden in every single room in my house, even bathrooms. Any room I'm in my house, I can produce a weapon. And if you can't do the same thing, you need to think long and hard about why you're such a little pussy. So some little pussy-ass dude once said to me, yeah, but if it's next to your bed, what if you, like, upset a girl and she catches you cheating and gets a machete? Bro, there's no female alive, even with a machete, that would stand a chance against the immense power I possess.
I always park in disabled bays. I'm not a bad person, but I'm a quick person. Most people are slow and stupid. I'm fast. There was no people in wheelchairs trying to use this space in those 45 seconds it took me to buy this. So no one loses. But last time I took one of these spaces, someone goes, excuse me, are you disabled? And I replied, I am actually. And their face was like,
so if I say, 5 wives, and a feminist goes, 5 wives, I'm fat. I'll sit there and just, yeah, but obviously a lot of food needs cooking, so she needs help. And I'll just say shit. but that's because they make it too easy. Breathe air. You don't need a vape. Have you ever seen anyone with a vape? Have you ever sat in a room? So we go, wait, let me just go. A vape's done charging. Load it up. I mean, I smoke cigars, but I know what the fuck I'm doing. Give me a big fat cigar. I'm risking cancer to look like a mafia boss. Fine. I'm not sitting there smoking cigars and going, I can't believe this is bad for me. No, like these fucking vape bullshit children. And what kind of parent lets their 16-year-old vape anyway? If I had a 16-year-old son, he's like, I got a vape. Get the fuck out of here, vape. Do some push-ups. You ain't got time to vape. You gotta do push-ups. You ain't got time. Not have sons who are too busy buying NFTs and saying, oh, I made a little bit of money and have skinny little arms and go to crypto conventions and be dorks. I will not have nerds as children. I refuse to have a nerd carry the name Tate. If my son is a nerd, one of us has to die, him or me, and I'll challenge him to mortal combat.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine one day you're sitting in Paris, you're sitting there having a fucking coffee, and terrorists roll through with AKs, and the person next to you has their brains blown out. You're gonna stand there and be like, waiting to die like a motherfucker. I'm gonna be like, bang, oh, I've seen that before. Okay, boom, boom, duck and dive and take one terrorist out, next get the AK, go Rambo. I don't play games. My flight's delayed, but it's no big deal. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Do you have salt?
Yes, of course I do.
Perfect. But when my flight's delayed, it's not like when your flight's delayed. I'm not with a bunch of peasants in a peasant holding area with a tiny Starbucks somewhere in the corner. No. When my flight's delayed, we just have our meal early. KFC. Eat fried chicken. What else am I going to eat? Obviously. This is what powered me to world championships. Nothing's going to change. Thank you very, very much. Do you have sparkling water? For your safety, I strongly suggest you do the same. Get all your friends around. Call every friend you have right now. Invite them over for a party. When they all turn up, pour out sparkling water. Say, everyone, let's have a glass of water together. Water can't hurt anybody. We're all probably dehydrated anyway. What's the worst water can do? Let's have a nice glass of water, and everyone's going to drink it. When you see that one dude, oh, there's bubbles. Never speak to him again.
I like the color.
You like the color? Yeah, I had mixed reviews on the color. Some people said they like it, some people said they don't like it, and I said, well, what color is your Bugatti? Oh, fuck off then.
I come home. My 4 wives are sitting there. They've seen on the news there's a new deadly contagion. Andrew, you need to wear a new deadly contagion. I pick up my sword. I am the commander of this house. I decide if there's a contagion. I decide what I do. Be quiet. Cook. Shh. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on air. I had a girlfriend, she was a vegan. I didn't know she was a vegan. Unfortunately, I found out. She said, oh, I'll never cook meat for you. I said, look, well, I'll be honest with you right now. We're going to end up splitting up because you're living in my house and I'm paying the bills. And if I want steak, you're cooking it. That was a good 2-hour argument until she eventually cooked the steak. Of course she did. What's she going to do? Lose me? She cooked the steak. She sat there. She pretended she was upset. 2 weeks later, she's eating meat. I converted her. I fixed her. One person at a time, I'm going to fix the world. This is the reality. If you're some fat dude and you just had a heart attack and I don't really know you, you're going to die. I mean, if you're a really good friend, no, not even if you're a friend. If you're my friend, you just can't be a pussy. Go ahead, a heart attack. Get the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Go to the hospital later. Have a drink. Cigarette, cup of coffee. Back in the game. Fucking having heart attacks near me, you little pussy. None of my friends would even have those kind of problems because I don't roll with fucking little bitches. But if you're some dude I don't know and you need CPR, and everyone's looking at me, who knows CPR? Well, me. Help him. No. Why? 'Cause I ain't gay. Having $5 million when you're young is much better than having billions when you're 70. What the fuck are you gonna do with money when you're old? Your dick doesn't work. You're tired. You don't want to go places. You're decrepit. You're slow. There's nothing left to do at that age.
Bro, I need a mask. There's Corona. Please, Corona. I'm so scared. Oh, no.
Me too,
Quickly,
please.
Oh, my God. The disease that hurts
Thank you.
everybody. Oh, my God, please.
Close one.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. I was so worried.
I've never been to a music concert. And people ask me why. And I said, I just look at it and I feel embarrassed. I look at someone up on a stage dancing around, and I look at hundreds of thousands of peasants in the crowd. It's I feel cringe. It's like secondhand embarrassment when I see these festivals and everyone's losing their mind, or these music concerts. I genuinely feel embarrassed for the people who go, because to me that is a form of worship. Like, you can listen to the music at home for free. You don't have to wait in that line and stand out in the cold. Like, I don't know. Perhaps it was a bit extreme, but I've always known that they're trying to give us false idols to some degree. And when I speak to atheists, they go, oh, I don't believe in God. But they've signed up so hard to the liberal woke agenda. They're as religious as anybody, but they're just believing in the wrong things. They're believing in degeneracy, and they're believing in the work of the devil. So humans always need something to believe in. And it's a great thing you said about your own desires. One guy I was talking to since my conversion says, it's interesting that somebody with everything, all the Western world, everything somebody could want, has now converted. And I said, because even before my conversion, I understood that hedonism is a black hole, and you can never fill it. You're never going to be able to have enough girls to be happy with girls. You're never going to be able to have enough money to be happy with money. You're never going to be able to, drink enough to be happy with drinking. It's a black hole, and you can pour endless things down it, but you'll never fill it up. And you need to have some degree of self-restraint. And I've always been a very disciplined person. I've never made mistakes, but certainly the higher power is going to give you more satisfaction in your heart than endless insanity.